My stomach churned as I looked around wildly. My eyes frantically locked onto others, men and women, all who were ready to stand against the enemy. They didn't look relaxed either. I saw fear, trepidation, terror and uncertainty in many eyes that day. Some of those eyes would never open again. Some I called friend, others barely acquaintance. Right now, though, they were with me in this front-line defence against a tide of darkness that threatened to wipe out Harbour City and surge through to the limits of Aether. It began as a slow and rhythmic thunder-like grumble beneath our feet, as if something was coming with a footstep of doom in every tread. "Steady, men," I heard as the commander of our group barked out a sharp order. We listened to her. We had to. "Hold your ground." I gripped my pike and levelled it. Many others around followed suit, and soon there was a wall of pointed death aimed towards that sound. Still it came, growing louder and louder, thumping with my heart as my hands began to shake. Louder and louder. Closer and closer. I felt a sharp pain in the back of my neck, followed by a trickle of sweat that ran from the base of my skull into the back of my armour. So, this is proper fear. I didn't like it. I didn't like the feel or the taste. It made my mouth dry and my throat constrict. My pike felt heavier than it had done when I'd first taken up arms to fight against flesh and blood. And now they tell me we're battling monsters. I've not seen a monster, save for that old man and what we're capable of as a species. Then, through the smoke, through the grey, the fire and the ash, I see the thing for the first time. I'm told it's called a brute by another member of the squad I'm on. A seasoned chosen. Someone who has faced down these nightmares and lived to talk about it. But we're green, most of us. We've ne'er fought monsters. Green, perhaps soon to be red. Red as the banners that flew over the first battle that I ever fought in. My heart leapt into my mouth, and I began to sweat even harder. I looked around again, and I guessed that our commander had seen the fear in my eyes. "Hold fast and do not fear. You will win this day if you show the enemy you are not afraid of them. Meet them with your steel, your courage, and your valour. Fight for those who you would stand to lose. Fight for everyone in Harbour City and Aether," she said. And her words were a salve for my trembling, fearful heart. The thing came out of the shadow like a charging bull elephant. It defied description, and our human minds struggled to comprehend the monster that bore down on us. It was huge, moved like an ape across the ground in a frightening, speedy lope. 4 yellow-white eyes burned atop a crowned head that had many spikes and spines. Each step it took brought with it a sound like a thunderstorm. The ground shook more and more as it loomed ever closer to us. "Hold!" she said again. My sister in battle, my commander in war. "Prepare to receive a charge." Would it work? I planted my pike and prayed that it would. The brute roared and gathered speed. This thunder opened its jaws wide, and I saw rows of blackened teeth as it smashed into our defensive wall. The pikes were like toothpicks against it. These soldiers weren't expecting such force as the creature hit. The blades bit deep, but they seemed to only drive it further into an angry frenzy, and now it responded to our pathetic attempt to block its path. It hurled a man in the air, caught him by the ankle, and used him like a mace to swat others away. The monster's roar filled the air, and I took my broken pike. I wanted to run, but I saw our commander meet the beast with the sharpness of her steel, and so I followed suit. Was it bravery? Was it foolishness? Was it madness? I can't really tell. Perhaps it was duty and honour that made me fight for all I was worth on that day. She did. We all did. I saw my brothers and sisters fall against that behemoth's rage, and rather than leaving the field of battle to hide, I struck back, harder and harder. The more it wounded us, the more we fought it. We were the chosen. Chosen to fight and die. Perhaps. Chosen to defend Harbour City and Aether? Definitely. I'd die doing so, and I've nearly done so many times. We won that day. Losses were high, but we took the beast down in the end. Our commander praised us, and we headed back to Harbour City. Tired, excited, scared, and most of all, alive.